Hey everybody, welcome back. Looking up on my shelf just to see what's up there. Sometimes you forget what you got. And I saw this, which is not an uncommon kit as far as a 41 Plymouth. But I looked on Scalemates. I got this kit at JaxCon, I believe it was, for the whopping price of $10 sealed. And I've built the 41 Plymouth way early in the channel. Actually, I've got it put up in a box somewhere because I had to make room in the display cases, so I took some of the old builds that I wasn't so proud of and I put them away so I don't have it to reference it, but I don't need to because I know it's the same car. But I went on Scalemates and I wanted to see the year because this is a AMT before Ertl came about, and purchased them. Actually, it would have been Lesney purchased AMT Matchbox, and then it would go into the possession of Ertl, and this is before that. So this is mid 70s ish. But what's interesting is I looked it up on Scalemates. Now Scalemates obviously is kind of like publicly populated, right? So the stuff that is in there is because more than likely someone added it. And I wanted to see what year it was, and interestingly enough, it's not there. So it starts with the 1975 was the new tool for the 41 Plymouth. Then 1979, that is a Matchbox version. Lesney owned it at that point. So this kit is somewhere between 75 and like 78. I think 78 or 79 is when Lesney bought AMT, but it doesn't show, it's not on here, the Plymouth Rocker. So I was like, I wonder if that's kind of rare. And I don't think it is, because they wouldn't have sold it for 10 bucks. But there again, maybe these guys that are buying collections, they're not really interested in, well, maybe they would if it was something like a Johan turbine car or something like that. But this being a fairly common kit and been repopped a ton of times, I'm just interested. And I looked at the wheels and I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. So I'm always accustomed to the AMT tires, at least being those old mud grip looking things, and this has Goodyear polyglass or something on the picture at least, and they're not those mud grips, but I see a seam right in the center, and I bet they're those hard plastic tires. But I'm gonna open this thing up and check it out and see if there's anything interesting in there. It says that it comes with a Mopar 340, which is fitting for a Plymouth. But when you look at the engine, and I remember when I built mine, it doesn't look like a Mopar 340 if I can remember correctly. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. So I'm thinking 76, 77 maybe, around the year that I was born, 1976. So that's pretty cool. So let's open her up, take the plastic off. I had somebody several videos back when I opened an old kit, they were like, Matthew, I can remember when you would go into cold sweats having to do that, but it doesn't bother me anymore. Somebody made a comment also that the people that made these, the people that worked at the AMT factory and these model factories, they made these things so people could build them, and they said to honor them, you should open them up and build them. I tend to agree. I think if there's it's ultra rare or something like that, maybe you got the last one in the world, maybe you should hold on to it. But whatever, it's yours, you can do what you want to. It's mine, I can do what I want to, right? Throw this in the trash. But yeah, my eye goes to odd stuff and cheap stuff, cheap stuff and odd stuff, but odd things. Now it's a 41 Plymouth. Now again, this thing's been repopped a million times, but I'd never seen the Plymouth Rocker, and I know they had tons of different variations. But you guys in the comments, let me know if you've ever had a Plymouth Rocker version of the 41 Plymouth Street Machine. So this thing's I think the last one that round 2 did was a Coke version. and it was a stock version on the box. Oh, nice. It's white. That's nice. It's not a. No, it doesn't. It has rubber tires. Okay. I do want to look at the engine while I'm here. I mean, I know what the kit looks like. I know you guys know what the kit looks like. But the engine just doesn't look. I know what a 340 looks like. I just want to look again and see. Something about it was off. And I had commenters way back that mentioned that it didn't look like it was what it was supposed to be. Now, I couldn't point out the... Well, I could tell you, though, if the starter's on the right side. There's the block and transmission. You know, and I don't have a dang clue. It looks like it would have been a standard transmission, which a lot of these kits came with. You know, the transmission was a standard transmission. But I don't think I'm going to be able to identify anything troublesome. The starter is, you know, on the right, on the Dodge side, I think, let's see, I don't know how the oil pan would go on there, but the starter on the Dodge, if I'm not mistaken, is on the driver's side, where most everything else is on the passenger side. I guess a 340 is like that. I know a 440, 426, and all those have the starter on the driver's side, which is different. And just even though this had some age on it when it was made, but not much, there's a lot of flash on this thing. Even though it was closer to the original, you know, what was it, 1975? You would think that the molds would have been cleaner than that. But it is what it is. So it's got some, I don't know if those exhausts would have come with the other kits. I can't remember. I have another one. It's under a stack of about 8 more. I didn't want to pull it out. But it's got some side pipes. Looks like some kind of turbo type muffler. That's what I always remember. You know, the cheap muffler was a turbo muffler or something like that. They had a good rumble to them, but they were inexpensive. There's your steering wheel. I don't really see it necessary to go through all these parts. I want to go look at the decals and stuff. There's the radiator. Why does it have... Am I looking at it upside down? It's got like half a radiator. It's got like the top of the radiator right here. What's that all about? Top of the radiator with the neck on the side. And then this radiator. I think it would have went right here. Oh gosh. There's some holes there. Looks like that would have went there. Anyway. This ain't a video about the radiator. It really ain't a video about the kit, but let's check the body out while we're doing this. See how clean it is, or not clean. It is pretty cool to pull a kit out that's been tucked away for almost 50 years. Got the mold lines on the front fenders right there. And body's pretty clean. Not too bad. I had to build another one of these and do a better job than I did the first time. I think this is somewhat of a business coupe or something like that. Does it have back seats? Well, it does have a back seat, so maybe not a business coupe. I don't even know if in 41 they were still doing like business coupes. My dad told me about those. They wouldn't have a back seat. You could throw your, you know, if it was a traveling salesman, he could have his stuff in the back seat. But this one here does have a back seat, so I don't guess it would qualify as a business coupe. And the hood does have some flash around it. That's easy flash there. And generally your hoods don't have any kind of like parting or seams or anything like that, so it's all just one shot. I want to see these tires and wheels. Oh, beautiful. You gotta love it when they bag the tires in the same bag as the windshield. Very cool. Let's open this up. So, as I'm sitting here sweating because if I have my air conditioning on, it's just too darn loud to try and do a video. Wonder how hot it has been at your place. I don't see no marks on the windshield. So today, it had to be near 100 degrees here. It was just insane hot. Yesterday evening, it was kind of cloudy. And the humidity, I guess the clouds kind of keep the humidity and things down. Because, you know, clouds act like a layer of insulation. And it will keep the elements down, right? If you got low-lying clouds. It was so humid yesterday, you could literally cut it with a knife. I mean, I guess that was stupid. You literally couldn't cut it with a knife. But it was rough. And I wonder how hot it's been around you guys' place. Alright, so they are Goodyear. What's it say? See if I was right. I was right. It says polyglass. I couldn't read that on the tire on the box, but I just guessed because it is a bias ply style tire. And it's got the classic. How many of you guys does that bring back memories right there? Cutting those things out and slicing the heck out of the sidewall. Yep, I remember doing that as a kid. But I know that brings back, that truly brings back memories right there. Taking that knife and going in there and cutting, and you're getting it just right, and all of a sudden just cut right up into the sidewall. And as a kid, you're in a hurry anyway. You know what? The sidewalls and all these things, they look really clean. I'm impressed. They're not the old mud grips. With a little sanding to get that center little ridge off of it. Those would probably be pretty nice. This one's got something nasty on it. Probably came off of the decal or something like that. Not sure. Alright, decals. Decals look no good, but we'll look at them anyway. Because it's an oldie but goodie, you know what I mean? So you got the, oh, look at that, street rods. Okay, so this isn't, that's pretty cool, because you know they had those versions that were the street rods version of the box art. And this is not, I didn't see anywhere on it said street rods on the box, but that's neat because it's got that decal. Boy, too bad you couldn't save that one. You probably could. Some of you guys are really crafty when it comes to decals, and I'm afraid of decals. I'd never use the flames anyway, because I just think these old 70s era stuff is just, it's not appealing to me. I almost said it was ugly, but I don't want to offend any of you guys that are really digging the 70s look. But I would never use those flames. Would be cool to have the old California oldie, and then street is neat. That's pretty darn cool. Alright, so I'm gonna check these. Oh man, they look nice. These are like centerline type solid, you know. These probably would have been steel wheels, I guess. Maybe chrome plated steel wheels. I'm not sure. But those are really cool. Wish you could really see it like I'm seeing it. Let me see if I can get the light a little bit better. I think the light makes it worse. Oh no, it doesn't either. But yeah, those are actually really darn nice wheels. Huh. I'm impressed. The most impressive thing about this kit so far are the wheels. And they're so clean. And the attachment points that when they attach the sprue or the wheel to the sprue are very small. So you could save these sure enough. But man, that looks good. And from a guy now that's doing 3D printing and all, and I could like print a set. That says a lot, because I would use these. I think they're cool as heck. That is just a nice looking wheel. Okay, Matthew, we've heard enough of that. And here's the valve covers for the 340. Maybe you guys know there's a 340 only have 3 bolts that holds the valve cover on. Maybe it does. I ain't never been an expert on how many bolt holes the valve covers have, but I think they missed something on this kit when it came to the engine. And look at this, just a tiny little instruction booklet, nice and brown on one side. Just super simple. Man, one whole page almost for just the building the engine. I mean, the distributor's in the back like it's supposed to be. The exhaust manifolds. Oh, you know what? That might have been what it was. I know on a 440 and a 340, and you know, well, they're two-piece manifolds or exhaust headers. But on a small block Dodge and a big block Dodge, if it's not the Hemi, you have the General Motors style small block exhaust ports where the two centers are close together and then the other two are farther apart, the outside ones. And that's one thing on this that is definitely wrong. It's the exhaust. I guess I can look. But you know what? Maybe they did try to do that. Because if you'll notice, the two centers are closer. They're not, well, maybe. Man, I wish I had that model kit of mine. I'd pull it out. You know what? Mine had a 6. No, it had a V8. You know what? Hold on just a second. So my camera keeps having, this is kind of frustrating. My camera has memory card problems. It keeps like kicking it out. And if while I'm filming the video or the memory card comes into an error, that whole entire portion that I filmed, it could be 30 minutes long. It's over. It's gone. It's gone. So I'm going to do this over. And it was really exciting because I went up on my shelf and I moved a couple of stacks out of the way. They're right here and right here. I moved them out of the way and got back in the back and found the box back there, and it's already on the shelf, on the bench, and it's already opened. And I found, you know, looking at behind here, where was it? Gave you a glimpse. My dad's die cast, they're all stacked up back there. So it's a little deeper than a model kit right here, so I have extra room to put storage in the back. And I also, dang, I hate that because I said some really cool stuff. I found this box while I was back here. It's a box full of little NASCAR, what are they, like Hot Wheels? They're not Hot Wheels, but you know what I mean. They're all packaged up in there. But anyway, box of old monster trucks. Anyway, yeah, that stinks. So I already opened it up. We missed the whole drama, man, because I was like, is it in here? Is it in here? So I pulled it out, but there's several other old builds. Here was a Corvette that I built that was before the channel. Here's a Shelby Mustang that I built on the channel early on, and then there's, oh man, the Dixie or the Country Challenger or whatever that thing's called. It's down there, and the what is this other one? Oh, and then the Pepper Shaker. All right, anyway, yeah, that really stinks. So, and if it cuts out again, I'll just forget this whole portion. But anyway, I found my 41 Plymouth. That's what I was looking for. So there it is. And you know, it's not that bad looking after all. I put it up, had them all wrapped up. When I opened the box, I wasn't even expecting that I had them wrapped up. I didn't remember. But it's like, you know, even an old model kit that you built a long time ago and you weren't as good at it, you still take pride in them. You don't want them all banged up and stuff. So there it is with the cool looking, I painted the insides of the wheels red. I think that looks pretty cool. Looks like I Molotov pinned the chrome and stuff. This ain't about this car, but this is what it's about right there. This kit came with a 6-cylinder, which honestly don't look that bad, does it? The wires are kind of thick. The distributor comes out the side. Yeah, I mean it was early on. Anyway, so this kit, and I bet the newer kits, well, even the original kit probably came with a 6-cylinder, but for some reason this Plymouth rocker kit, I guess because it's a street machine, but you would have thought they would have included that inline 6. And you know what? I didn't. No, it's not in there. There's not an inline 6. And that is the same car, same body and everything. But yeah, that one doesn't have I guess my memory, if memory serves me correct, when I was building this, because somebody said something in the comments, if I'm not mistaken, that engine was not didn't, you know, resemble a 340 at all or something like that. And anyway, I used a 6-cylinder, so that mystery solved, what engine was in mine. But this kit didn't. So this did not have the inline 6-cylinder that the newer kits and probably the older kit had. So it was, because it's a street machine, it didn't have it. I don't know why though. Here's something else. On the chrome tree here, looks like something's missing. Or something else could have been there, right? I don't know what that might have been. Oh, I see something else that's different. Now that I'm looking at it. And maybe the other kits came with both. But check out the bumpers on this one. Got the big stock bumpers. And the bumpers that come with this one are just the custom. You know what? Maybe there was a set of bumpers that went right there. Because that is obviously a space where something could have been. I bet that was what it was. They didn't use they took out the wheels. They were chrome too. So they don't have the stock wheels. Okay. So I would say rare as far as AMT not just including everything, because it does seem like with AMT predominantly that you would get a kit that has multiple different, if they'd just leave the parts in there a lot of times. They'd just be in there. You know, you might not have all the parts to build a certain, but a lot of times they'd be in there. But for this, for some reason, looks like they probably deleted the bumpers, and I'm not sure if the other kit had the way to build it like that. I do have another one sitting right here. Yeah. I've got an AMT Ertl one right here, and it's got the custom bumpers and it's got the side pipes, but it's got those stock style wheels on it. So I should have opened this one up and looked at it, but it's buried under quite a few other model kits. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, I'm not going to bore you any longer, guys. I just like this kind of stuff. I like digging in and seeing what's different. And I found some stuff, which is pretty cool. So, the 1941 Plymouth rocker, street machine, mystery solved. But I want to know, is this kind of rare? Do you have this kit? Or have you had this kit? Because it doesn't show it on Scalemates, and I'm thinking because of that, maybe there's not as many of them laying around, so they didn't have, you know, I don't know. I know my friend Chris Martin knows how to do stuff on Scalemates. He can get on there and add stuff, so I don't know, maybe Chris could do some research on, not that I'm putting it, you know, giving him a job to do, but the Plymouth rocker here. Let me give him a good picture if he wants to crop it out. There's the Plymouth rocker right there, and it's kit number 2902, which if you searched kit 2902, it don't show up. Anyway, cool. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hey, hope you enjoyed this. I did. It's like opening up some sort of a time capsule that you think you know what's in there, but you know, sometimes it ain't. And on this one, it's not. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate you. As always, let me grab them. Grab my stickers right here. As always, don't forget to go check out hobbynutmodels.com. Go peruse Mark's website, see what he's got to offer. He has the ongoing Memorial Day sale up until the like 28th, I think, of June. I don't even know how many days June has in it. But anyway, it's June something. It's still ongoing. Got a few more days left. You can go. It's the Memorial Day, extended Memorial Day sale. Go grab yourself a great model kit, some supplies, all kinds of neat stuff. Go check it out. And also, don't forget to go check out my website, mcvproducts.net. And I have until the end of June also for every $10 you spend at MCV Products, you are automatically entered into the drawing for a $200 gift certificate to MCV Products and 2 model kits, the XKE Revell and 32 5 window coupe or something like that. Both of them are Revell kits. I'll ship those to you free of charge, and you'll get the $200 gift certificate. If you spend $10, that's 1 entry. If you spend $20, you get 2 entries. If you spend $30, you get 3 entries. If you spend, you know, that's how that works. But anyway, I appreciate everybody that has supported my website as well as this channel. I wouldn't have a website if it wasn't for this channel, and I do greatly appreciate you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to my Patreon members. You guys are great. I really appreciate the friendships that I have gained because of this YouTube channel and this hobby. It's a great modeling community. So thank you to everybody. Give this video a thumbs up if you hadn't already. I appreciate it. Hey, subscribe if you hadn't. And I'm reaching 18,000 subscribers, and that's really cool. So I can just give all the credit to you guys, because I can't subscribe to my own channel. I guess I can, because I have a couple of other YouTube accounts, but you know, I don't. Maybe I have already. Maybe I'm already subscribed to myself. But anyway, guys, thanks for all you do, and we'll talk to you later. See ya. Bye.